Cultural development at Wounded Knee. Leonard Crow Dog is the spiritual leader and medicine man of the American Indian movement. His home is on the Rosebud Reservation, 100 miles away from Pine Ridge. He came to Wounded Knee because he believes that the Oglala people who invited AIM there are trying to get back to a true life, and that he can help people do that way of life, even if it means his death. He told us that the best way to survive is to learn to live in harmony with the earth, all the great spirits creatures, the sun, the moon, and the fire. He also told us about the 4 directions. In the beginning, all people were one tribe. Then man went in 4 directions. The white man went north, black man went south, yellow man went east, red man went west. Since that happened, some white men have strayed away from learning the best way to live with all the great spirits creatures. Now is the time for the 4 directions to come back together. Wounded Knee is a step towards such unity. The fire is abused and we make pollution. Creatures are not respected and face extinction. People are not respected as humans and are killed by poor living conditions or a mindless bullet directed only by greed for the dollar. In Wounded Knee, people are starting to take time to live the spiritual way. The doors are never locked because people need to come in for a drink of water or to talk. People are given time to meditate, pray, and question the way of living. Decisions are always made with consideration given to human beings. The Indian people, Black people, Chicano people, as well as national minorities have gone through a cultural awareness awakening. Inside Wounded Knee, the fighting spirit is guided by the spiritual way of life that appeals to all enslaved people to join together and become free by any means necessary. The power of the spirit was shown in many ways. One night, the U.S. government opened fire on Wounded Knee and a medic was shot in the abdomen. Crow Dog came into the room while Rocky Madrid, the medic, was still doubled over with pain. He took out some medicine root and began to chew it while he prayed. Then he took it from his mouth and put it on Rocky's wound. Rocky relaxed and lay back. Crow Dog made a small cut over the wound and put 3 fingers over it and 1 over the hole. He began to pray and pulled out the bullet. The next day, Rocky was able to get up and walk around again. Another time, Crow Dog prayed that the spirits move on the people who were threatening our living in peace. That same night, coyotes surrounded some federal armored personnel carriers, and the agents were so scared that they started to flare fires straight up. When the flares came down, they burned up the U.S. government tents. The role of women. The traditional role of Indian women is to run the home and care for the family, while the man does the hunting and protects the home. Inside the new nation, the traditional role of women is still practiced. In most cases, the women do the cooking and the cleaning. In American society, this role has begun to be considered an oppressed role, but inside the Indian culture, the running of the home is respected and seen as important to the survival of the family. The woman has much to say about decisions concerning the family, and when the men talk down to the women, they are seriously criticized. In some cases, there are changes from the traditional role where women are helping to do security and defend the new nation's borders. Some of the sisters have been part of the militant Indian struggle of the last 4 years and are therefore very skilled and able to help defend the nation. Women are always treasured because they give birth to the future generations. Their place in the spiritual way is that they bring joy and happiness into the warriors' hearts and make all feel like dancing. Without these strengths, no people close to the earth can survive. The Indian way lives. It is a culture that teaches us to try to live with our brothers and sisters in peace, to share in surviving and seek new understandings of the spirits, creations through living together or dying together if necessary, to defend that way of life, which is our birthright. And here's a picture of a sweat lodge. A sweat lodge combines sacred rocks that are hot from the fire with water purified by prayer. It is a rite of purification and also a medicine.